Check, 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 check. All right, there we go. There we go. What is up, guys? Crypto Jimmy here, bringing you Bitcoin. Is it bouncing back? Look at this huge green candle. Granted, this is only the hourly. The daily chart still looks like crap, but good sign right here. It's right at 7,000 now. We're watching it live here. Um, yeah, let's see what happens, man. Let's see what happens. Let's hope this bounce back is real. Let's hope we don't just get bitch slapped back down, which looks like that's happening right now. But either way, it looks like we get some good volume. Just to show you guys on the daily, which it's about 12 hours, not even 12 hours, like 10 hours into the daily right now. Our daily is green, guys. Our daily is green, and look at this green volume candle right here. Yesterday we had the most volume. Probably our third most volume ever was yesterday, and it looks like at this point we're gonna by far pass that right now. Well, this is Bitstamp. Let's go on. Let's check Bitfinex too. Let's see what's going on down there. Yeah, same big green, or well, this isn't green, but same big volume candle. Yeah, that's a very good sign, because if you look here, these like dead bounces that happen, look at the volume on these things, man. This one, I mean, it didn't even hit the average, you know what I mean? And now we're already past it. So hopefully we get a close in the green here. We get it above whatever, 7,200 or whatever. And yeah, that would be really big, especially with the volume that just came in today. It's still going up, you know what I mean? So yeah, definitely something to look out for. Hopefully we're going to get here and get up to, you know, at like I said, at least like 7,000. I think we need to get up into the next to get green here at the daily. But yeah, guys, this is a bounce that's happening right now. I got bitch slapped a little bit. We're already down. You see the volatility. You see it happen in real time, and you see how quick you got to move if you want to short sell these things. So you got to move quick. You gotta have timing. If you want to trade this on the, if you like want to day trade this or whatever, I don't recommend that. I recommend just taking your risk, or managing your risk and taking them elsewhere. So yeah, just looking at Bitcoin, we're I mean, the volume is a good sign. You know what I mean? Let's check the BitMEX index over here. Yeah, we're about, wow, we hit 50, looks like 5,900. That's pretty low. That's pretty low, man. I mean, yeah, we expected a bigger, like a little bit of a bigger correction here, but we actually, I mean, anybody that's been in the game for a while was kind of expecting some kind of steep correction at some point, especially after this huge run. If you didn't think that there was some type of correction going to come at this point, you were kidding yourself. So, patience wins. If you're up here thinking, looking for a good spot to sell, and then you finally found it, you made good decisions. You made better trading decisions than I did, because I didn't take enough profit as I would have liked to, given the circumstances that played out. But hindsight is always 20/20. You can't really do anything about it. Just learn from your mistakes, as I'm learning from mine. Yeah, we're getting bitch slapped here, guys. So it doesn't look like this bounce is going to be sustained. If we do sustain some type of bounce and it does push the price up a little bit, that would make me a little bit more optimistic about what could happen in the next few days. I do want to see the weekly not close so crazy, right? Because the last couple weekly charts have just been like, look at this, dude. Look at this huge weekly. This huge weekly. The huge weekly charts are what kill me. You know what I mean? So I would like to see this weekly come up a little bit more. Maybe the net, sideways movement. The thing with sideways movement is it's not always good for bears. Bears, they want the quick downswing. You know, they like to move fast and they like the quick downswings. Here and there. One thing I would also like to see is the volume kind of pick up a little bit here. Maybe get higher than here. Do I think this is going to turn green by the end of the week? Probably not, but it would be a good start to get it up a little bit. Get this little hanging man here. Little like dragonfly doji type thing going on here, and then with some type of hammer or something, that would be ideal, but it never works out the way we want it to. Well, I shouldn't say never, because it's worked out pretty fucking well for us so far, but we have to keep in mind that there are people that have been involved in this for a long time, and by a long time I mean 2016, 2015, even like a year ago, so those people are all looking at possibly taking profits in this area over here, and will probably be looking to buy back in here. If they haven't sold yet, they're probably actually looking to take profits right now. But right now, actually, if you sold, the risk would probably be bigger if you sold it than if you kept it. Because if you sold it, then you lost it. But if you keep it, then there's a chance that it could bounce back. And if it bounces to these lows down here, you've already lost 50%. So that'd basically be another 25% added to your loss. So, the chances of this happening and the chances of it bouncing back up for a better better sell opportunity is probably more in favor towards the bounce, just because. But the momentum that it's carrying right now, this is like getting shot out of a cannon, dude. Like, it's literally like getting shot out straight up in the air, and then it just free falling back down. The Eiffel fucking Tower, dude. This is the Eiffel Tower. Like, seriously, like, what could happen is it could just die down, and then we'll be left with the fucking biggest Eiffel Tower chart of all time. I don't think that's gonna happen. Could it happen? Yes, possibly. Will it happen? Probably not. This technology is not going to go away, you guys. A correction is a correction. As much as you want to say that it failed, if you lost a lot of money from buying up here, and it's crashed and it's dead and blah 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 blah. Like, I'm gonna sell and never look back. That's just a decision you got to make, man. If you can't handle this loss, then sell it, dude. You know what I mean? Like, if you can handle it, if you can weather this storm, and I'm not saying like, good riddance, goodbye. But seriously, like, if you need to sell for financial reasons, you need to make house payments, car payments, pay your kids' insurance and shit, by all means, hit that fucking sell button, dude. Like, just, it's too speculative at this point. If you haven't already lost your ass, and you need the money, just do it. If you've already lost your ass and you need the money, I would still recommend to do it, just because, if you need it, you need it, man. But if you can weather this storm, if you can sit it out, if you can hold through this, then you've been baptized, man. Seriously. I mean, like I said, I've only been in this game for like a year. I've weathered like 3 or 4 dips, but nothing like this, nothing like 60, almost 70% loss from the top. So, if you've weathered this, you're officially a part of the HODL squad, and this is your christening. You're just getting baptized right here. But all seriousness, I mean, I'm still super bullish on this. I know it did the Eiffel Tower, and this is terrible. This chart looks like shit. But given that, we're still up in the past 12 months. We're still up, 7x, 700%. So the market is still the market. It's volatile. It crashes. It comes back. more buy opportunities if you're long, a chance to get out right now if you're not long, because realistically only the people that can weather these storms survive. And if you invested more than you can afford to at least get lose 60%, 70%, then yeah, you should have done more research into how these markets move and how the price action works with these things. Yeah, that's really why I suggest to dollar cost average stuff in. You limit your exposure to the volatility. You also limit you limit. I mean, the thing with dollar cost averaging is you limit your upside because you're kind of buying on the way up too, but you limit your downside if you're buying on the way down as well. So if you're buying on the way down, dollar cost averaging in, if you're buying, here, averaging a little bit, averaging a little bit, averaging a little bit, every time it dips, you just a little bit, whatever you can afford. What I recommend is just sticking to a plan, you set some funds aside either daily or weekly or every other day, or whatever, however you want to do it. You set some funds aside and you make a plan, you make a spreadsheet, or you don't, you can do it based on how the price is moving. If the price doesn't move, you buy some. If the price moves up, you buy some, but you buy a little less. The price moves down, you buy some, but you buy a little bit more. There's different ways that you can average yourself in. And if you're looking to get in right now, especially if you have no crypto and you were interested in Bitcoin and you felt that you missed out up here and you were waiting for the dip and you kept waiting and you kept waiting. And I'm sure there's not very many people that have been this patient, because if you're waiting for the dip when you heard about it up here, you probably bought somewhere down here. But even if you bought somewhere up here, you can lower your initial, basically you lower your position size, not lower your position, you up your position size, but you lower your average position cost, right? So if you bought some up here, you buy a little bit down here. Usually what happens is you buy your biggest chunk at first. You either buy your biggest chunk first or your biggest chunk last, right? So however you want to do it, if you buy your biggest chunk up here, you buy a little chunk, 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 a little chunk. You know what I'm saying? You could buy little chunks at a time to lighten the load a little bit as it's coming down, if you really believe that it's going to come back up. If you're holding through it and you really believe in this stuff, that is just something that you can do, because a lot of us in this space are really bullish on this long term. And we're still at almost 300 billion market cap now, and so this time last year we were at 30 billion. So it just it speaks numbers to kind of be where we're in a position right now where we have such a big loss, but many people are still in huge gains, because there are so many new people to the space, and not only new people, but new institutions, new old school investors, and those old school investors are pretty smart when it comes to price movement with markets, because they're used to dealing with other people who are just as smart that are also competing to get the best price. But where in crypto, the retail investor was the first investor, right? Whereas traditional markets, it's kind of institutional investors get the first opportunity to invest, and then retail investors. And that's why I really fucking hate ICOs that do pre-sales that are only for institutions, because this fucking cryptocurrency is supposed to be for everybody, man. It's supposed to be decentralized. You're not supposed to let somebody else get a piece of the pie before pretty much anybody can, right? So if you're participating in one of those ICOs, go fuck yourself, dude, for real. You're getting into a scam coin, not only a scam coin, but a coin that is not real cryptocurrency. You're basically buying a fucking IPO. If you want to buy IPO, just go fucking play in the stock markets, dude. You could probably do way better than this shit that people. Anyways, getting off topic a little bit, but yeah, man. I'm hoping to give you guys some confidence with making your decisions, because you really just got to stick with your gut in these circumstances. And whether it goes up or it goes down, you have to know that, you know, you did what you thought was the right move, you know, and you can't listen to other people's advice. You got to make your own decision. Yeah. Blood on the streets, man. We got bitch slapped right now from 77,000 in like 20 minutes to back down to 6,600. That's like an 8% loss. So, or 6%, something like that. So, yeah, the volatility is still there. I don't think volatility is a bad thing. It's gonna be one of the key components of this market is the volatility. And the reason why it's gonna be so volatile is because it's 24 hours a day, and there are different market cycles for different like regional cycles. You know what I mean? Like Chinese people, Asian, you know, the Asian markets are running a little bit differently with different plans and different strategies than the New York market. And then the European markets are working with with different strategies than, because everybody has their own strategy. And it's like a global phenomenon, dude. It really is. It's not just an American media thing like CNBC type shit. Like, it really is a global phenomenon, and I think it's still in its early stages. So don't worry, guys. Stay strong in there. If you're holding, still hold. If you're looking to buy, average yourself in. Be smart about it. Manage your risk. Manage your time. Manage your money. Make some money. Make some good decisions. And hopefully Bitcoin will react appropriately. So till next time, guys, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you guys want to see in the future, man. I mean, I got a lot to share, but nobody's really asking questions or anything. So get those questions going, man. I really like to discuss some stuff with you guys. I may be doing a live show with you guys sometime if you guys want. We can sit and talk and chart stuff, and I'll answer questions and all that stuff. I like doing this. I like making these videos for you guys as an educational tool. They're not financial advice. I should have said this in the beginning, but I'm gonna say it at the end. Not financial advice, but it is my opinion, and I'm always right. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm not always right. I wish I was. I would be rich if I was. I'll be super rich if I was, but I'm not rich. So like, comment, subscribe. Leave a tip if you want, donation. You can leave a donation with like a coin or something like you want me to evaluate or whatever, and I'll do it in a YouTube episode or whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? So take it easy, guys, man. Until next time, safe tradings, man. Don't get wrecked on BitMEX like I did. Laters.